Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, how did I end up here? That's what I asked myself one quiet evening. Not because my life was falling apart, but because I realized I hadn't really been living. I was surviving. Waking up late. Scrolling aimlessly. Putting things off. Telling myself, I'll change someday. Until one day, I stopped. I sat down, took a deep breath, and whispered to myself, just give me 60 days. Let's see what happens. Why 60 days? Because it's not too short that change becomes superficial. And it's not too long that it feels impossible. In 60 days, you can form habits. You can rewire your mind. You can build momentum. You can become someone you're proud of. I didn't try to become a new person. I just gave myself permission to be better, day by day. Before those 60 days, I was the kind of person who made promises, but rarely kept them. I had ideas, but no action. Dreams, but no routine. I hit snooze 5 times every morning. Started things, never finished. I had low energy, no clarity, and honestly, no real direction. I looked fine on the outside. But inside? I was quietly stuck. Then one day, I had enough. It wasn't a dramatic moment. There were no tears, no lightning bolt. Just a quiet voice inside saying, what if I actually try this time? Not a half-hearted effort. Not try for a few days. But commit. Fully. Just for 60 days. Not forever. Just long enough to find out who I could become. Phase 1, reset your mind. I didn't start by hustling harder. I started by getting silent. I woke up each morning and sat still. No phone. No noise. Just 5 minutes. At first, it felt weird. My mind was loud. But day by day, the noise settled. I could think clearly. I could hear myself again. I also started journaling every day. Just 3 simple prompts. What am I grateful for? What's one thing I'll focus on today? What negative thought do I need to let go of? That little ritual became my anchor. It grounded me. It reminded me, I am in control of my story. And I slowly began letting go of clutter, of comparison, of chaos. Phase 2, build discipline with small habits. I didn't try to overhaul my life. I chose 3 tiny habits and made them non-negotiable. Drink water right after waking up. Read 5 pages of a book. Make my bed every morning. That's it. But something magical happened. Every time I followed through, I felt a tiny win. And those tiny wins? They added up. They rewired my brain. They gave me confidence. I wasn't motivated. I was becoming disciplined. And that made all the difference. Phase 3, face the hard things. Halfway through, I asked myself, what have you been avoiding? I made a list. Painful conversations. Unfinished projects. Dreams I never dared to pursue. And little by little, I started doing them. Not perfectly. But honestly. I apologized to someone I had hurt. I submitted an application I kept delaying. I recorded a video I was afraid to post. And every time I faced fear, I shrank its power. I reminded myself, you don't have to be fearless. You just have to be brave enough to start. Phase 4, live with purpose. By the final stretch, I was no longer trying to improve. I was simply living with intention. Each morning, I asked one question. What's the one thing I can do today to become who I want to be? Some days, it was deep work. Other days, it was rest. Sometimes, it was saying no. Other times, it was showing up anyway. The key was, I was no longer drifting. I was deciding. And those daily decisions shaped me, quietly, but powerfully. Small wins change everything. You don't need huge goals. You need to prove to yourself that you can show up, consistently. Clarity comes from action. Stop overthinking. Start doing. The fog lifts as you move forward. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. Motivation fades. But habits? Systems? They'll carry you through. Discomfort is your compass. If it scares you a little, it probably matters. Change is a choice every single day. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. You just need to start. If you've made it this far, maybe something in your heart is whispering, I want to change, too. Let me tell you something. You don't need more time. You don't need a miracle. You just need 60 days. 60 days of showing up. Of doing small things with big commitment. Of believing, maybe for the first time, that you are worth the effort. Start messy. Start scared. But please, just start. Because if I can do it, so can you. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit like to support the channel. And make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any new videos.